Well, joining me now is retired British Royal Navy Commander Tom Sharpe, currently a senior advisor at the public relations and management consulting firm Qorvis. Good to have you back this morning, Tom. Firstly, what do you make of reported preparations for a potential ground operation?
This has been brewing for a little while, ever since we found out that the USS Tripoli was heading through Malacca and heading to the Gulf of Oman, and she has over 2,000 US Marines on board. So people quickly did the maths. They saw the 82nd Airborne moving around in theatre. So you could see the beginnings of a small invasion force. And I think invasion is the right word. It's an important one in this context because that's what we're discussing here. So before we get into tactics and whether it may or may not succeed, we are talking about a ground invasion. And it'll be very interesting to see if that resonates at all back in the US.
Hog Island, of course, handles 90% of Iran's oil exports. It's a vital lifeline to Iran's economy and its military funding, of course. From a military standpoint, is there a smarter way to apply pressure than an invasion or blockading that island without the sort of level of risk that brings with it?
The cargo is absolutely fundamental to this, as you say, and taking it would be strategically very, very important. But it's also a long way north. It's important to make that distinction. This isn't the little islands in the Strait that you could sort of smash and grab and perhaps control whatever's on there. Although, again, even in that case, it's hard to know what you could do on the ground there in terms of taking out their surface and missile threat that you couldn't do from the air. So you are, in my view, taking militarily a lot of risk for not much reward. And besides, the missile threat is hundreds of kilometers inland in the mainland. You're not going that far in because it's the mountains, and that really would be a sort of death run. So it is hard to know, except for Karg. I think Karg has value, but it's a long way north. It's big. It's defended. They will have been preparing for this for 30 plus years, like they have everything else. It will not be risk-free. And then once you've got it, there is no doubt the Americans could take it. Absolutely no doubt at all. But then you've got to sustain it whilst becoming a missile magnet. So I think it's high risk. So what we might see is a small island taken in the south to acclimatize to the idea, and then more forces and more troops, more Marines come in for the big push into Karg. That would be a logical way to sequence this if you do it at all.
Yeah, that's interesting. We just spoke to the Thai foreign minister. He underscored the enormity that this crisis is having on his economy in terms of energy price spikes and a lack of supply. There is some real momentum now behind a multinational sort of maritime task force, more than 30 countries certainly offering some support. I just wonder what that mission would look like. We've just seen Marco Rubio there in Paris to attend the G7 meeting today. He said he's not there sort of, looking for support from US allies. He was pretty sort of disparaging about them as he arrived. His point is that this Strait of Hormuz is a global issue. It is not just the responsibility of the United States. I just wonder what you believe that mission might look like.
It's very hard to envisage because the threat there is so sophisticated in terms of air, surface, and subsurface, and all of these different levels of threat that Iran has demonstrated so far. Thankfully, not too much in the subsurface threat, i.e. mines. We've had sort of stories they might have been used in a limited fashion, but you have to write those threats down to a very low level before you can start escorting ships through. If that's the end state here, getting the trade flowing again and loosening Iran's vice-like grip on it, you have to get escort ships in there. Now, the problem with that is, to do that, you have to drive the threat down to very nearly zero. And the Houthis showed that that's very hard to do. They will just keep taking pot shots. So the threat never quite goes to zero. So you get a conundrum here. Either the threat is low enough for everyone to pile in, this international coalition, whatever that might look like, to get in there and start escorting. But if that's the case, you probably don't need the escorts, because it means the threat is gone. So as long as there's a live threat and you're in high-end warship territory where we are now, then it's very high risk. So high that the US haven't gone in yet.
Tom, what would the UK's role be in that coalition? And is Britain likely to be pulled into a more direct role in all of this alongside the United States?
We're involved already, and I think we got ourselves in a bit of a mess as to what that meant in the early days of this conflict, whether it was offensive or defensive ops. You can draw a line between them if you want, but we got a little confused because really right from the start we had jets flying out of Qatar, we had jets flying out of Akrotiri. We were slow to get the Navy to sea. I think everybody knows that now, but that was partly because of the confusion. We've got mine countermeasures capabilities that we're spinning up. They're a little bit immature, but let's see. We've got the line bay, we've got our aircraft carrier. So we've got lines of effort, as we would call it, sort of already happening. We've also critically got in Bahrain the deputy to the 5th Fleet commander there, and he commands the combined maritime force, 40 nations. So if there is to be a multinational cohered effort, then it'll be our guy in charge. So yeah, we are involved. It's all good stuff. I mean, it makes the barbs from the US pretty hard to stomach, frankly, particularly when the next day they're normally followed by can you help, and then they insult you the following day.
Yeah.
And then, can you help the day after that? So you have to ride that out and try and be sort of grown up about it. But it's not much fun to listen to.
No, absolutely. Keir Starmer sort of deflecting those comments, those Barb comments, but it can't be easy. Retired British Royal Naval Commander Tom Sharpe with us this morning. It's good to have you. And we will be back.